Magandang buhay mga kabilang! Ngayon ang pag-aaralan natin ay tungkol sa multiplication of polynomials. Bago yan, let's have a drill. Sagutan natin from numbers 1 to 8. Let's have number 1. So we have x times x. So the answer is x squared. Why? Kasi diba, if we have the same base, just add the exponent, okay? So may invisible 1 dyan, that's why 1 plus 1 equals 2. That's why the answer is x squared. Let's have number 2. We have 2x times x. So automatic, the numerical coefficient here is 1. That's why we have 2 times 1 times x. Again, may invisible 1 dito. We have 1 plus 1. So the answer is 2 times 1, we have 2x squared. Let's have number 3. So we have 2 times 4. And then we have x. Again, we have invisible 1 as our exponent. So we have x raised to 1 plus 1. So the answer is 2 times 4, we have 8. X, 1 plus 1, we have 2. The answer is 8x squared. So let's have number 3. So we have 3 times 7, 21, and then copy the variable. So the answer is 21x. So this time, let's have now addition. So we have x plus x. Diba, when it comes to addition, just add the numerical coefficient and then copy the variable. So in number 1, we have x plus x. The numerical coefficient here is 1, and then 1 also here. So we have 1 plus 1, 2, and then copy the variable. So the answer is 2x. Next, let's have number 6. We have 2x plus 3x. So just add the numerical coefficient, which are 2 and 3. So we have 2 plus 3, we have 5, and then copy the variable, which is x. So the answer is 5x. Let's sum number 7. So we have negative 5x plus x. Again, we have invisible 1 here. So negative 5 plus 1. So what is negative 5 plus 1? So diba, when we are adding integers with different sign, just subtract and then copy the sign of the higher absolute value. So negative 5 plus 1, the answer is negative 4, and then copy the variable. So we have negative 4x. Let's have number 8. 8x plus negative 3x. So we have 8 plus negative 3. So what is 8 plus negative 3? So we have positive 5. And then copy the variable. So we have positive 5 and x. So the answer is 5x. Again, we're going to talk about multiplication of polynomials using FOIL method. So FOIL method stands for, ito yung gagawin natin. F stands for first. O stands for outer. I stands for inner. And then L stands for last. Okay? So for example, we have here x plus 3 times x plus 7. So ano ba yung tinutukoy dyan? So this is the first term. How about the outer term? Ito. How about the inner? Etong nasa loob. Okay? And then, again, this is the first term. How about the last? Yan. So that is FOIL method. So let's have example number 1. So in our example number 1, we have x plus 3 times x plus 5. Again, using FOIL method, we have the first term, outer term, inner term, and last term. So ano ba ang ating first term dyan? Ang ating first term dyan ay itong x and x. Kasi sila ang ating first term. So you're going to multiply. So what is x times x? So we have x, again we have invisible 1 here as our exponent. So x raised to 1 plus 1, we have x squared. So just write x squared here. Next, we have now the outer. So the outer, ibig sabihin siya yung nasa labas. So ito ang ating outer. Si x at si 5. X and 5 is our outer. So we have now x times 5. So the answer or the product is 5x. So lagi niyong tatandaan, kapag positive, our operation is addition. So you're going to add. Kapag negative, our operation is subtraction. Therefore, you're going to subtract or minus. Okay? Since we have positive 5x, so we have plus 5x. Let's continue. We have now the inner. So, yung inner, lagi niyong tatandaan, siya yung laging nasa gitna. Okay? So, we have now 3 times x. So, the answer is 3x. Since positive to, we have plus 3x. Next, let's have the last term. So, yung last term, siya yung nasa pinaka dulo. Okay? So, ibig sabihin siya yung pangalawang term ng kada factors. So, which are 3 and 5. So, we have 3 times 5. So, we have 15. Since positive to, we have plus 15. Eto na ba ang sagot? X squared plus 5x plus 3x plus 15? Hindi pa ayan ang ating sagot. Why? Kasi meron pang similar term dyan. Okay? So kapag similar term, kailangan pagsamahin natin. Si x squared ba may ka-similar term? Since none, just bring down x squared. How about si 5x? May ka-similar term ba siya? Yes, si 3x. So 5x plus 3x we have. Again, just add the numerical coefficient and then copy the variable. That's why we have 8x. How about si constant natin na si 15? So, dahil wala, just bring down lang. So, we have plus 15. So, the product is x squared plus 8x plus 15. Again, recall lang tayo ha. Kapag similar term, or similar terms or like terms, ibig sabihin, same variable, same exponent. Always remember that. Okay, so now, let's have example number 2. In our example number 2, we have x minus 4 times x plus 7. Again, we have FOIL method. Yan. So, let's have first the first term. So, ito si x at yung isa pang x. So, we have x times x. Again, x times x, we have x squared. So, just write x squared here. Next, let's have O outer. Ang outer dyan, we have x and 7. So, we have x times 7. So, x times 7, we have 7x. Since positive to, the operation is addition. So, plus 7x. Next, let's have the inner. Yan, ito yung inner natin. So, please take note, since ang katabi ni 4 na operation ay minus, so ibig sabihin, kukunin nyo yan. So, since minus 4 yan, ibig sabihin you're going to write it as negative 4. So, we have now negative 4 times x. So, what is negative 4 times x? We have negative 4x. Since minus yan, just copy, we have minus 4x. So, now let's have the last term, which are negative 4 and 7. So, we have negative 4 times 7. So, always remember, different sign when we are multiplying integers, kapag different sign, negative. So, we have negative 4 times 7, negative 28. Since negative, ibig sabihin you're going to subtract. So, we have minus 28. Ito na ba ang sagot? Hindi pa. Why? Kasi we can still combine similar term. So, we have x squared. Wala naman siyang kasimilar. So, just bring down. How about si 7x? May kasimilar ba siya? Yes, si negative 4x. So, what is 7x minus 4x? So, we have positive 3x. So, since positive 3x, again, rewrite ko lang negative 7x minus 4x. So, ang gagawin nyo lang yung numerical coefficient lang, which are 7 and 4. So, what is 7 minus 4? We have 3. And then, copy the variable. Since positive siya, we have plus 3x. So, yung constant term na, just bring down, we have minus 28. Therefore, the answer is x squared plus 3x minus 28. Let's have now example number 3. So, in our example number 3, we have x plus 2 raised to 2. So, ibig sabihin yan kung natatandaan nyo, when it comes to exponents, so for example, we have 4 raised to 2. So, ibig sabihin, we have 4 times 4. So, ibig sabihin, we're going to multiply it by itself. Therefore, if we have x plus 2 raised to 2, we will have x plus 2 times x plus 2. So, pwede na natin gamitin ulit yung FOIL method. Okay, so let's have the first term. We have x and x. So, we have x times x. We have x squared. So, equals x squared. Next, we have O outer. So, yung nasa labas, which are x and 2. X times 2, we have 2x. Since positive yan, we have plus 2x. Next, let's have I, the inner. So, we have 2 times x. So, what is 2 times x? We have 2x. Since positive yan, we have plus 2x. And then we have L, last term, which are 2 and 2. So, what is 2 times 2? 4. Therefore, we have plus 4. Again, combine similar terms. Since si x squared walang kasimilar, just bring down. How about si 2x? May kasimilar? Yes. Another 2x. So, 2x plus 2x, we have plus 4x. Si constant term natin, just bring down plus 4. Therefore, the answer is x squared plus 4x plus 4. Let's have now example number 4. We have 2x minus 3 times 4x plus 5. Again, using FOIL method. So we have first term, outer term, inner term, and last term. Okay, so we have the first term, 2x and 4x. So what is 2x times 4x? So we have 2 times 4, 8, and then x. Diba the exponent here is 1. So we have 1 plus 1. So the answer is 8x squared. Next, let's have O, the outer term. 2x times 5. So we have 2x times 5. So just multiply the numerical coefficient. So the numerical coefficient and then the constant. 2 times 5, we have 10, and then copy the variable. So 2x times 5, we have 10x. Next, let's have the inner, which are negative 3 and 4x. Negative 3 times 4x. So what is negative 3 times 4? We have negative 12. Copy the variable x. Next, let's have the outer. So we have negative 3 times 5. So negative 3 times 5, we have negative 50. Therefore, we have 8x squared. Since positive si 10x, we have plus 10x. Since negative si 12x, so we have negative 12x or minus 12x. And then we have negative 15 minus 15. Combine similar terms. Since 8x squared ay walang kasimilar term, just bring down. Si positive 10x, may kasimilar pa siya? Yes. Si negative 12x. So, 10x minus 12x, so we will have negative 2x minus 15. So, the answer is 8x squared minus 2x minus 15. How about this? How about this, class? Please try to answer number 1, 2x minus 3 times 4x plus 5. Number 2, x plus 5 times x plus 2. Please comment your answer sa ating comment section. Salamat sa pakikinig! Goodbye mga kabilang!